स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतार वरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। रामकृष्णाय ते नमः।
Last Sunday, due to bad weather, I did not continue with the Gita. I spoke on practical Vedanta. And so today we continue with the verses of the Gita. I just go through once again verses from 8th to 12th. We were dealing with the 12th. The concept of Prakriti manifesting itself as this universe with the Purusha, pure consciousness, being present nearby, and the evolution of the world goes on by this process of Purusha and Prakriti finding expression. That is the idea that is being expressed in these few verses, verses 8 to 12. Prakritim swam avashtadhya visrajami punah punaha bodhagramam imam krishnam avasham prakriter vasha. I take recourse to my Prakriti, that is the Shakti of the divine. Maya Shakti, Prakriti Shakti, all these are called the Shakti. That Shakti is made to evolve by my will. And out of that, the whole universe comes without any say in the matter. That is a very important word there. Avasham. We have no say in the matter. The sun has no say in the matter of being manifested as the sun. That primordial reality evolves into the cosmos, into all the various things in the world. Then he said, Nachamam tani karmani nipatnanti dhananjaya. Even though I am acting like this, these actions do not bind me. Why? Udasinavat asino. I remain as one udasina. Udasina is what we use in our language as indifferent, just passive, not at all deeply interested. I am working, and yet there is udasina avastha. It's a very high state of mind. In ordinary people, if they do so, they will become really udasina, absolute indifference. But at the divine stage, this udasinata also makes for tremendous activity. So in the Gita we are taught, if you can achieve that udasina attitude in the midst of very heavy work, then that is a high state of mind. Working very hard, but absolutely calm and quiet, as if I am doing nothing. That is a very ideal state. So Krishna gives his own example, which we are asked to follow as much as we can. But it should not become just udasinata. It is the udasinata of a very high type, where we realize our own infinite nature, and the work that we do doesn't create a ripple in our mind. That is real udasinata. Udasinavad asinam. Asaktam, I am unattached to all these actions. From that point of view comes udasinata. Attachment is gone. Work remains. Interest remains. Concern for others remains. But attachment is gone. A very difficult state of mind, but it can be slowly cultivated. And then he added later on in verse 10, Maya adhyakshena prakriti tuyate sacharacharam. By mere presence as a presiding power, Prakriti evolves in this universe. Maya adhyakshena prakriti tuyate sacharacharam. All the moving, unmoving universe is the product of Prakriti. But I must be there nearby for Prakriti to act. So Maya adhyakshena prakriti tuyate sacharacharam. Hetuna anena kaunteya jagat viparivartate. The continuous evolution of the universe is due to the presence of myself along with the activity of Prakriti. Both are needed. This is based upon the Sankhyan conception. The Sankhyas say Prakriti is inert, but Purusha has intelligence. Each by itself cannot do. Purusha doesn't do. Purusha is unattached. Prakriti has no intelligence to operate the world. But when Prakriti and Purusha are side by side, by the influence of the Purusha, Prakriti is able to do all this work of evolving the universe. That is the beginning of our cosmology in a very beautiful idea. There, they give an example in the Sankhya philosophy. Prakriti is blind. Purusha can see, but he is lame. He can't walk. So how can they manage then? The simple matter. Purusha sits on the shoulder of Prakriti and Prakriti moves, Purusha shows the way. This is the way to go. This is the way to go. Then they can manage. So this is just an example of an inert thing called Prakriti becoming the cause of the universe through the intelligent principle of the Purusha. That is how the Sankhya speak about it. Gita takes a bit of that Sankhyan idea, and not only here, in other places also, especially the gunas, sattva, rajas, tamas, that will come in the 14th chapter. So here is just one such illustration of the Sankhya idea. The Vedantic idea is a little different from the Sankhyan idea. That Krishna introduced it by saying, this Prakriti is my Prakriti, my own Prakriti. Maya, he says, Maya Prakriti, Mama Prakriti. This Prakriti is not something apart. It is my own nature. Just like Brahman has Maya as part of itself. Brahman and Maya constitute the universe. Shiva and Shakti. It is part of Shiva. Or Shiva is part of Shakti. Both are together. Then only the world can go on. In fact, Shankaracharya would say that without Shakti, Shiva cannot move. In the Shivananda Lahari, a very wonderful verse is there. Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Kinchit Prabhavitam Nache Devam Devo Nakalu Kushala Spandirumapi. If Shiva is united with Shakti, then he can create this universe. If that Shakti is not associated with Shiva, Shiva cannot even, move his limbs even a little. Shiva becomes Shava, is the language. Shiva becomes Shava. Because Shakti is there, it is Shiva. Therefore, they put E is the mantra of Shakti. E is the mantra of Shakti. Shiva, Shava plus E, Shiva. That Shakti has come in. In this way, in the Tantras, Shiva and Shakti are dealt with. That's why you can see in the picture of Kali, Shiva lying absolutely inert. Kali is full of energy. That is the concept of creation. Energy comes from Shakti, but they are non-different. Shiva Shakti is non-different. Two aspects, as Ramakrishna would call, the same serpent is coiled up, that is Shiva. The same serpent started moving, that is Shakti. They are not two, but one. These are the ways in which Vedanta unified the principle of intelligence and the principle of inert Prakriti. That's the Vedantic way. Then Krishna said later on, the next verse, 11, Avajananti mam mudha manushim tanam ashritam param bhavam ajananto mama bhavatam maheshwaram. Foolish people do not know my true nature. I am that infinite pure consciousness assuming human form. Not knowing my higher nature, foolish people think low of me. Oh, he's only an ordinary human being. They don't know my higher dimension. So they, what you call avajananti, they speak ill of me. You say, that is language. Mudhaha, foolish people. Param bhavam ajananto, not knowing my param bhava, supreme state, that higher dimension. They do not know. They see only the external form. Mama bhota maheshwaram, and the ruler of the whole universe. All these various bhutas in the world, they are all controlled and guided by me. That is how the idea of incarnation is expressed here. Then, about such people, this is what will happen. They are full of delusion. They know only their little body. They are subject to body consciousness. I am the body. They don't know there is a self behind the body. So, such people are called Dehatmavadis. Body is the self, nothing beyond that. So they cannot see the depth of the human personality as manifested in incarnation, and therefore they are called deluded people. Moghasha, Moghakarmano, Moghatjnana, Vichetasaha, Rakshasi Masurim Chaiva, Pragatim Mohinim Sutaha. They are Moghasha. Their Asha means hopes are full of vain. There is nothing what you call worthwhile in their Asha. Vain Asha, Moghasha, Mogha Karmano. Actions also are vain, just a waste of energy. Mogha Jnana, their knowledge also is that vain type. And then Vichetasaha, they have no correct intelligence. Vichetasaha. Rakshasi Masurim Chaiva Pragatim Mohinim Sutaha. They are dependent upon Rakshasi and Asuri qualities. Where there is tamas, Rakshasi. Where there is rajas, it is Asuri. These two control them. Asurim Sutaha. They are called Mohinim, highly delusive powers. These tamas and rajas are highly delusive powers. That is expressed by the word Mohinim, Prakriti. This Prakriti, the tamas and rajas aspect of Prakriti, they are the Mohini type. They just delude you. Even in normal life, those who are full of rajas and tamas, they create lot of blunders. They can't have a calm mind and decide in a calm way. Therefore, Mohinim Sutaha, that is one type of people who deride me, not knowing my higher nature. They can't see through this physical form. They are called the ordinary people steeped in ignorance, with vain hopes and vain actions, etc. But the next type of people who are sattvic, they can understand these things. So the next sloka says, verse 13, Mahatmanastu mam partha Daivim prakriti mashitaha bhajanti ananyamanaso jnatva bhutadim avyayam. Mahatmanastu, those who are Mahatmas, whose self is not contained within this body. They see the same self in all. They have become really great and big. So they are called Mahatmas. Mahatmanastu mam partha. They know me as the supreme divine reality. How? Daivim prakriti mashitaha. They are under the control of Daivi Sampat, the higher sattvic attitudes, which will be detailed later on in the 14th or 15th chapter. Devi Sampat, Asuri Sampat. When Devi Sampat predominates, everything is positive, everything is creative, going onward, higher and higher, moral and spiritual evolution. But Tamas and Rajas, which is called Asuri Sampat, when that predominates, we are absolutely worldly, petty-minded, quarrelsome. Very often in our society you will find plenty of such people. Any occasion for a quarrel, we just want to quarrel. That type of people, highly controlled by Asuric and Rakshasi attitudes. So, Mahatmas are different. Mahatmanastu Mam Partha, Daivim Prakritim Ashritaha. They are controlled by Daivi Sampat. Then, Bhajanti, they worship me. They understand my higher spiritual divine dimension. Ananya Manaso, with one-pointed mind. Bhajanti Ananya Manaso, Jnatva Bhutadim Avyayam, knowing me to be Bhutadim, the origin of the whole universe. Bhutadim Avyayam, imperishable. That is my true nature. And that reality, appearing as a human being, these Mahatmas understand this. Therefore they worship me in spirit and in truth. So he says in this 13th verse, how do they worship like that? When we have a sattvic mind, our worship of God becomes constant, not a particular time for it. When we begin our spiritual life, we keep some time for going to temple or sitting in prayer, meditation, etc. But when the mind becomes sattvic, when we achieve that kind of purity inside, then it becomes a constant worship of the divine. Even in the midst of work, human relations, that will go on. So that is being expressed in the 14th verse. Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha vidhavrataha namaskyantascha mam bhaktya nityayukta upasate. The nityayuktas, those who are always yogi, not half an hour yogi, all through they are yogi, naturally a yogi, nityayukta, constantly in a spiritual mood. Such people, how do they worship me? Upasate, satatam kirtayanto mam, constantly singing the glory of mine, divine glory, maybe oral, maybe mental. Satatam kirtayanto mam, namastyantascha, yatantascha dridhavrataha, full of steady practice and practice full of effort, constantly mind oriented towards the divine. Yatantascha dridhavrataha. Dridha means firm, firm vrata, firm practice. Namastyantascha mam bhaktya. Salute me through great devotion. There cannot be actual physical salutation. Mind is in a salutation mood all the time. That spirit of humility, that the divine is manifest in all beings. There is no pride, there is no raw ego. So that constant kind of salutation of the divine, not necessarily physical, but always mental. Namasyantascha mam bhaktya, through great devotion. Nityayukta upasate. That is how the Nityayuktas worship me. Very constant, spontaneous worship, adoration, prostration going on. They don't do physically. They may do physically, but inwardly always they are in that mode. In the Mandukya Upanishad Karika of Gaudapada, one of the profoundest Upanishads, the smallest Upanishad, the 12 verses only, but profoundest. There, towards the end of the Karika, Gaudapada says, when a man realizes the Atman, he sees the same Atman everywhere. So what happens to him? He says, this state makes a man constantly salute the divine everywhere, always feeling this oneness with all. This is what all you practice with effort. Shanta, Danta, all these practices we do. Self-control, control of the senses. There it is natural. The whole thing comes to him in a natural, spontaneous way. That is a beautiful verse towards the end of Mandukya Karika, where the man of spiritual realization is naturally pure, naturally humble, naturally concerned with others because he feels his oneness with all. That concept of spontaneity and naturalness is expressed there. Where do you find spontaneity in this world? You find it in children. Children are spontaneous. This is that type of spontaneity. That's why men of realization are compared to little children. There is no cleverness in them. Absolutely natural, spontaneous. And they say yes, it means yes. And they say no, it means no. That kind of childlike spontaneity. It's a very great state of mind. Ramakrishna said, Paramahamsas are like children of 5 years age. They are so natural, so spontaneous. There is no ego in them. That is the nature of the highest realization. So here, Namasyantasya mam bhaktya nityayukta upasate. They worship me constantly, all the time. They practice humility all the time. This is the state of spiritual realization. When the little I vanishes forever, something infinite finds manifestation, which is one with all. Jnana yajnena chapyanne yajanto mam upasate. Other people worship me through jnana yajna, sacrifice of knowledge. This has come in the 4th and 5th chapters also. So through jnana yajna, they worship me. Some devotees worship me. Jnana yajnena chapyanne yajanto mam upasate. How? Ekatvena pruthatvena. Either realizing his oneness with all, or realizing separateness of God and man becoming the servant of God. That sense of pruthat. A bhakta takes God as separate, and he, as a devotee, worshipping the divine. That is the attitude of bhakti. Jnana has the attitude, I am Brahman, I am the ultimate reality. That one is there. Both are very high states of spiritual experience. So, ekatvena prithaktvena, bahutha, in various forms, vishyato mukham, that reality which is everywhere. Vishyato mukham means whose face is turned everywhere. That means who is everywhere. That's the nature of the highest reality. Vishyato mukham, ekatvena prithaktvena, as one or as separate. I am one with the divine. Ramakrishna asked Narendra, what kind of realization do you like to have? Suppose there is honey in a bowl. Do you want to get into the honey and get lost in it? Or do you want to sit on the edge and drink a little? Of course, I want to sit on the edge and drink. Why? If I get in, I will die. Then Ramakrishna smiled. But this is not usual honey. This is the immortal Sachidananda honey, in which if you are immersed, you are not going to die. You will get fuller life. Don't fear, like a worldly person, like that he made fun. But a bhakta desires to enjoy that honey, to enjoy the love of God. He doesn't want to become God. That's the nature of bhakti. Therefore, in jnana, he will say, Shivoham. The bhakta will say, I am a dasa of Shiva. I am a child of Shiva. He wants Shiva to be separate, to enjoy him, the love of God. Ekatvena, pruthatvena, bahudha, vishyato mukham, mam. I am vishyato mukha. He can worship me in any way. That's why there is no standard, because I am everywhere. Every worship comes to me. That's the Hindu conception out of which has come the spirit of tolerance and understanding in our culture for all these thousands of years. Then, Krishna is telling, Aham kratu aham yajna, swadaham, aham aushadham, mantroham, ahamevajyam, aham agmiraham hutam. It is I who manifest myself as the various ingredients of worship and sacrifice. They are all one and the same reality. Aham kratu, I am sacrifice. Kratu is the Vedic sacrifice. Aham kratu. Then aham yajna, that is also another form of Vedic sacrifice. Then swadha, and that mantra of swadha. When you offer something, you will say swaha or swadha. Both are mantras used for offering oblations. Swadhaham, aham, aushadham. I am also aushadha, means medicine. Then mantroham, I am the mantra which you recite. Ahameva ajyam, I am also the ghee that is poured into the fire. It's called ajyam. What is poured into the fire is called ajyam. And usually we use ghee for pouring into fire. So ahameva ajyam. Then aham agnihi, and the fire in which you pour, that's also myself. Ham hutam, and I am also the oblation. The act of oblation also is myself. This idea had come in verse 24 of 4th chapter. Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavid, Brahmagnavu, Brahmanahutam, Brahmaivatena gantavyam, Brahmakarma samadhina. What a beautiful idea. How true it is. Brahman. The offering is Brahman. The one who offers is Brahman. The fire is Brahman. The result is Brahman. Everything is Brahman. That is the truth. But we do see differences, and therefore we observe these differences. But the truth is, they are all essentially one infinite pure consciousness appearing in these various forms. I take the example of solar radiation. The sun is our mother. An article appeared in the National Geographic magazine years ago. There you will find this statement. The sun is our mother. We eat the sun in our food. We wear the sun in our cloth. We burn the sun in our coal. We digest our food through the sun. We digest our food through the sun in the stomach as digestive energy. Everything is sun. Life and light are intertwined, said that article. Life and light, radiation, they are intertwined. All these are only various condensations of that solar radiation. Whatever you see in the solar system, you go still further, the infinite Atman or Brahman, that alone exists in all these various forms. That is the message conveyed by this 16th verse. Aham kratu, aham yajna, swadhaham, aham aushadham, mantroham, ahamevajyam, aham atmihi, aham hutam, oblation. And all this, Brahman alone is all this. Sarvam idam Brahma. Everything is this, is Brahman. Vasudeva Sarvamiti. That has already come. Everything is Vasudeva in this world. That is the Advaitic vision. The one. Everything is come from the one. Therefore it is all the one. The cause is in the effect. So you can say what all you see in the effect is nothing but the cause. There is nothing new. In this universe, there is nothing new. That primordial stuff out of which universe evolved, according to modern cosmology, nothing other than that you can find in this universe. It's not possible. Something cannot come out of nothing. Out of something only can come. And we have conservation laws. Conservation of energy, conservation of matter. The same energy, totality, nothing is added to it. Nothing is taken out of it. But it is manipulated in different ways. So, this idea of absolute unity, from one the universe has come, unto one the universe will return. This is a truth upheld in Vedanta long ago and modern science in our time. From the one, the many has come. Unto the one, the many returns. In between, all this many are there. This knowledge is the Advaitic vision. We see our oneness with everything. Nature is also the feel of oneness. If you treat it as separate, you try to exploit it, you try to destroy it. But when you know we are all essentially one, we know how to treat nature in a beneficent way. That is what is lacking in today's civilization. In older civilization, we had this concept, our intimate relationship with nature. We are all one. And we are now trying to gain that understanding once again in modern culture, Western culture. So he added, Pitahamasya jagato mata dhata pitamaha vedyam pavitra monkara vriksama yajirevacha. I am all this. First, Pita, Aham Asya Jagato. I am the father of this universe. So, fatherhood of God can see in Judaism, Christianity, and also in Islam. Fatherhood of God. But also, Mata. I am also the mother of the universe. Adding once again, Pita, Mata. That you will find only in Indian religion and in primitive religions. In both you will find. Pitahamasya jagato, mata, dhata. Dhata also is the one that sustains, sustainer. Then pitamaha, grandfather. That's going on like that. Vedyam pavitra mankara. And the one truth to be known, Vedyam. What is it to be known? God Himself. If you want to know anything in this world, that knowledge it will take you to that supreme divine. Trace all these various entities in the universe to the root. You will see God there, Brahman there. So Vedyam, the greatest truth to be known is myself. That is the origin, sustenance of the universe. Pavitram, supremely pure, holy, sacred. Pavitram, it is. Omkaraha, the syllable Om. This Pavitram is a beautiful concept. In today's civilization, everything that is Pavitram has been destroyed. There is nothing Pavitram today, nothing holy, nothing towards which you have to show reverence. Everything is matter of fact. That is a great weakness of modern civilization. Say you respect your mother, something special, a sentiment, something holy, you associate mother with. And today's civilization is not there. Especially the language used. Yes, she is a good guy, that's all. She is a good guy, that's all. No sentiment, that's all. So whatever is sacred has gone away. Married life, there is no sacred. Everything is just worldly, nothing else. So this kind of erosion of all sacredness from life has made life very, very prosaic and of a low level. Here the word sacred comes in. There is one focus of sacredness in everything in this world. Never eliminate it, never try to forget it, then your culture will be very poor. So the word pavitram, omkara, supremely sacred syllable Om. Then finally he says, Rik Sama Yajirevacha. And the three Vedas. Rik Sama, Rigveda, Samaveda, Yajurveda. Originally, they had three Vedas. Rik, Sama, Yajur. A little later came the fourth Veda, Atharva Veda. Then became four. So originally it is three, later on came four. All this was very ancient times. Rik, Sama, Yajurevacha. Then comes the sloka. Many saints in India like this sloka, this 18. Gatir Bharta Prabhu Sakshi Nivasa Sharanam Suhat Prabhava Prayasthanam Nidhanam Bijam Abhyayam. How the divine is described in so many ways in this verse. You see, Gatihi, the goal, that is Gati. The whole universe has that as the Gati, as a goal. So Gatihi, Bharta, supporter. Bharta means to protect, to cherish, to support. So supporter. Gatir Bharta, Prabhu, the Lord, the Master, Prabhu. Sakshi, the witness. What is the sun? He is the witness of this solar system. He can see everything happening in the solar system. Jagat Sakshi is called. So God is called Sakshi of the whole universe. Sun is the Sakshi of the solar system. And we also are Sakshi of our own little activities here. We call it Buddhi Sakshi. The Atman in us watches the activities of Buddhi. That's called Sakshi. Sakshi is a wonderful concept in our Vedanta philosophy. In fact, whenever you develop the capacity for objective judgment, an event is taking place, if you are carried away by attachment, your judgment will be wrong. If your mind is free from attachment, you will be able to see things as they are. That capacity comes from Sakshi of our own nature, the Sakshi aspect of our nature. See things as they are. Don't color it with attachment or aversion. So this self in us has the capacity to become the Sakshi of our activities within this body itself. And all impartial judgments, all such objective valuations come from the point of view of the Sakshi. Ego cannot do so. Ego is highly motivated. So Sakshi is a beautiful concept in our psychology as well as philosophy. Develop a Sakshi Bhava. That means you are able to view things dispassionately. Dispassionately, therefore, Sakshi of our nature. See things as they are. Don't color it with attachment or aversion. So this self in us has the capacity to become the Sakshi of our activities within this body itself. And all impartial judgments, all such objective valuations come from the point of view of the Sakshi. Ego cannot do so. Ego is highly motivated. So Sakshi is a beautiful concept in our psychology as well as philosophy. Develop a Sakshi Bhava. That means you are able to view things dispassionately. Dispassionately, therefore, Sakshi comes in there. Sakshi consciousness. It's a wonderful idea. You can see your own mind, your own attachments and aversions, your own foolishness, everything from behind. That's Sakshi. Whereas the ego cannot see all this. The ego can see the fault of others, not one's own. Only when the ego develops that Sakshi awareness, then you are able to find even your own faults also. So a little Sakshi awareness makes for a higher type of life, a higher type of consciousness. That's how the concept of Sakshi comes in. And God is considered to be Buddhi Sakshi, the Sakshi of all Buddhis in this world. That's a beautiful conception. Your mind, my mind, all these minds. There is one with the Sakshi of all this. That is the divine. So one aspect of the divine is as Sakshi, and one aspect of man also is as Sakshi. So Gatir Bharta, Prabhu, Sakshi, Nivasa, the abode. Our abode is God Himself. The abode, Nivasa, Sharanam, the final destination, Sharanam, where we can take our refuge. And then Suhrat, real friend. He is the only friend we have. The divine is the only friend we have. Constant friend. That is it. Suhrat is the word used. How intimate God becomes when you consider Him as Suhrat or friend. In the 5th chapter, the last verse referred to this. Bhoktaram yajnatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam jnatva mam shanti mritati. It says, if you know me as your friend and the friend of all, suhridam sarvabhutanam, you will attain peace of mind. Shanti mritati. That is Shanti. that behind this tiny ego of mine, there is an infinite reality. I have nothing to fear because of that presence. That's why peace, tranquility, all this will come when we know that there is a tremendous power just behind our own consciousness. That's why God is presented as the friend of man. What a beautiful conception. So here, Suhrit, then Prabhava, Pralayasthanam. I am the origin, the place of origin, and the place of the solution of the whole universe. From me the universe comes. That is Prabhava. Into me the universe merges later. Pralayasthanam. Prabhava Pralayasthanam. Nidhanam. Bijam Avyayam. He says. Nidhanam. Storehouse. Everything is there. Nidhi. Storehouse. So, and Sthanam, the place. Nidhanam. Bijam Avyayam. The immutable seed. A seed which is immutable. It always remains. Out of which so many trees come, but the seed remains the same. Normal seed cannot be immutable. They are all mutable. Seed becomes dead before the plant comes. That's why it's called mutable. Here is the seed, it is immutable. Nidhanam, Bijam, Avyayam. This is the slogan which is highly commended by saints in India. Sri Ramakrishna's disciples like Swami Turiyananda, they used to very much appreciate this verse. Gatir Bharta Prabhu Sakshi Nivasa Sharanam Suhrit Prabhava Pralayasthanam Nidhanam Bijam Avyayam. Then, this divine is what you find operating in this universe. How? Tapamyahamaham Varsham Vigridnam Utsuchamicha Amrutaschaiva Mrutyuscha Sadasachaham Arjuna. Arjuna, I am all these. What are they? Tapami aham. I send out heat. Solar heat comes from me. Tapami aham. Then, also, Varsham. Rain also. By proper manipulation in the sky, you bring in water. Varsha. Tapami aham. Varsham. Nirnami Utsujamicha. I can give forth heat and rain. I can withdraw also. Seasons are over, all that is withdrawn. Season is there, they come out. So, going in and taking back. Both are from myself. Amrutam Chaiva Mrityuscha. Immortality as well as death, mind you. That supreme reality is both immortality as well as death. Death is not something else. The same reality is both immortality as well as death. This is also from the Rig Veda. From that time onward, Yasya Chaya Amrutam Yasya Mrityuhu, whose shadow is death and immortality. Tasmai Devaya Abhisha Vidhema. That is the Rig Vedic verse. So we don't have two realities, one for life, one for death. There is no God and devil in the whole of Hindu tradition. It's all one only. That is a wonderful idea. All evil belongs to the devil, all good belongs to God. We have no such conception. Evil and good are only relative terms. The same thing is evil and the same thing can become good also. Nothing is all evil, nothing is all good. Take a label and put on one thing called this is evil, this is good. You cannot. Today what is evil, tomorrow it may be good also. Just like poison in a snake is evil. But for snake itself it is not evil. It is part of its nature. It doesn't die from its own poison. And we take that poison and inject to stop bleeding. Therefore it is no more evil. So there are any number of occasions where what you treat as evil becomes good. What you treat as good becomes evil. Therefore, there is a relativity. Same reality appears as good in one context, evil in another context. We never had that duality of good and evil in our tradition. Normal life, we make a distinction. This is evil, this is good. Perfectly right. If you don't see a snake, you see, oh, it is all good, you go and catch it. We don't do so. We stand at a distance from it. Because at this state, that is possible, capable of doing some evil to me. But the truth is, what is evil is also what is good. Today or tomorrow, they exchange places. This understanding must come as a background. Then handle the world in a particular way. Therefore, Sri Ramakrishna said, the divine is in all beings, also in the tiger. That doesn't mean you go and embrace a tiger, because that tiger, in this particular context, can become an evil to me and may destroy me also. But the truth is, in the tiger also the same divine spark is there. So from a distance you worship the tiger. Another tiger, a small cub, you can take in your lap and play with it also. It doesn't harm you. Water is divine, but some water is meant for washing feet, some only meant for bathing and drinking. All water is not good for everything. So these differences are there, behind which is a unity also. That's what our sages discovered. Unity behind the diversities of nature. Amritam chaiva mrityuscha sat asatcha aham arjuna. I am both sat and asat. Sat means being. Asat means non-being. I am both. Sat also means effect. Asat means cause. In different contexts, these meanings change. What you see as an effect, effect only you can see. So that is called the effect and called Sat. What you cannot see is the cause behind this effect. That you do not see. So we call it Asat in one context. In the other context, that which is and that which is not. Sat means being. Asat means non-being. I am both. That is the language. Because everything is one. Absolute unity behind this world of multiplicity. This is also myself. Tata Satchaham Arjuna. Then the Gita says, those who worship various gods with a view to going to heaven, they are very ordinary type of devotees. Traividyamam somapa potapapaha yajnairištva swargatim prarthayante te punyamasadya surendralokam ashnanti divyan divi deva bhogan. People who sacrifice to gods with a view to going to heaven, yes, they certainly go to heaven and enjoy the pleasures there for a limited period. A limited cause cannot create an unlimited effect. Limited cause will create limited effect. So you may go to heaven, enjoy all the pleasures there, but later on you have to return. The next sloka says, Tetam bhunktva swargalokam vishalam. There they, having enjoyed the extensive swargaloka, vishalam, swargalokam vishalam. Kshene punye, and all the punya is exhausted, your capital is exhausted, you have to come back again. Kshene punye, martyalokam vishanti. Coming back to the same earthly life, taking a new body, struggling again. This is the nature of human life at this level of ignorance, not knowing the truth. Tetam bhuktva swargalokam vishalam, kshene punye martyalokam vishanti. Evam triye dharmam anuprapanna. Those who follow the dharma taught in the three Vedas, the karma kanda of the Vedas, the ritualistic portion of the Vedas, go on, do this sacrifice to this god, offer this to this god. People do it only because to build up punya, to go to heaven. That is their attitude. In the second chapter, Krishna had already referred to this, that such people can never get that steadiness of mind which is needed to achieve the highest realization. He had said that in the second chapter. Here, it is taken up saying, Tetam bhuktva sarvalokam vishalam kshine punye. When the punya is exhausted, it is a finite quantity. How many good things you can do, how many sacrifices you can do to build up a little capital of punya. Yes, go there, enjoy. Then, when it is over, you cannot continue there. Kshine punye, martyalokam vishanti. They come back to this martyalokam. Evam trayi dharmam anuprapanna. Those who follow the dharma of the three Vedas. Trayi means three Vedas. Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda. These three. Those who depend upon these Vedas and sacrifices mentioned therein, what happens to them? Gatagatam. They are coming and going all the time. Why? Kama kama. Full of desires. I must enjoy this, I must enjoy that. Kama kama. Gatagatam labhante. Constantly they will come, return back, again go, again come. That is not a very happy state of life, says the Upanishad. In the Upanishad, therefore, they have developed Jnana Kanda, knowledge, how to understand the truth, what is there, heaven and all that. In you is infinite heaven. This infinite Atman is heaven. You reject this and go to here and there for a little pleasure. That's not correct. So, heaven became very much reduced in value in the Upanishad. And the Gita also said the same thing. Make a heaven here. And all the Puranas said the same thing. The development of Jnana and Bhakti teachings in the later times reduce the importance of this heaven-going business. You see that? There you say you can have it here. Be a devotee of the divine. Worship Him. Serve people in that spirit. Here itself you can create a heaven. And so, in the Vishnu Purana and the Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a reverse process. Gods in heaven are eager to be born in India as citizens of this country, Bharata, very holy land. So one conference of gods in heaven and one resolution they are passing there. When we end our life in this heaven, along with the exhaustion of the punya that we have brought here, with whatever little punyam remains, let us get birth in this holy land of India. This is the resolution there. Gods are eager to be born in India because this is a punya bhumi, punya loka. This came through philosophy of bhakti and jnana. These great jnanis and bhaktas, they make this land holy and pure. And so we call it punya bhumi. Bharat is punya bhumi. So many sages, so many holy people have lived here. Every dust particle is holy. That's the Indian conception developed through the Puranas. So the opposite is there. Gods are eager to be born as citizens of India. Our people are eager to go to heaven, not knowing that this is better than that. It is just like our people want to get the best life in America or West, but they are eager to get the best from here. That is what is going on just now. What they reject, we run after. And we are rejecting our own precious heritage. They run after that also. This is the situation. So, gatagatam, kama lapante. They get this constant ding-dong march up and down because they are full of sensory desires. I want this, I want that, I want that, like that. So this is how the Vedas, towards the end, very much reduce the value of heaven going. Here itself, ihaiva, in this very body, we can realize the highest. Why go here and there? Heaven is within you. Kingdom of God is within you. Your infinite Atman is your true nature. Try to manifest it. See the same Atman in every being. Make a heaven of your own land here. That's what we were taught by the Bhakti and Jnana traditions of India, and that continues even today. Idea of going to heaven has become so little, though some sections of people may be still holding on to that idea. Here itself, everything is here. So Ramakrishna said, there is ignorance. Here is knowledge. Shekhane ajnan. Ekhane jnana. Shekhane means there. Ekhane means here. This is jnana, that is ajnana. I will get it there. I will get it there. That kind of thing. That should not be. That is due to delusion, ignorance. Krishna said in the second chapter, Vedavatarata partha nanyagastiri vadinaha bhogapara, desire of sensory enjoyments, and vivasayatmika buddhistvamatav na vidhiyate. Such people will never get that steady mind, steady intellect, established in samadhi, in the infinite Atman. They will never get it. They are outgoing all the time. There, I shall have the best thing there. That is ignorance and delusion. And the Upanishads also spoke highly disparagingly of this running after heaven. In the Mandaka Upanishad also, fools only think so, the language used there. So, Gatagatam kama kama labhante. They have, what they get is, go and come. Repeated birth and death going on. What is this? Is there no way out? Yes, there is only way. Realize the truth here. Here itself. Ihaiva tadjita sargo. Gita will say. Here itself they have conquered relativity, finitude, realizing the same Atman in every being. So this jnana and this bhakti are two profound teachings that came later, influencing all our religions in India. And now it has got a tremendous strength through Sri Ramakrishna and Swami Vivekananda. Here itself, make a heaven. Ramakrishna came to establish Satya Yuga in this world. That is the language. A Muslim poet, Qazi Nasrul Islam of Bengal, composed two songs on Ramakrishna and Vivekananda. In the song on Ramakrishna, he mentions Satya Yuga Punya Sruti Kalite Anile Tumi Tapas. Hey Tapas, you brought the memory of Satya Yuga in this Kali Yuga. What a beautiful expression. So great teachers come, purify this earth, and they give us a message so that we can make a heaven here itself by our character transformation. Through developing bhakti and jnana, we can create a heaven here itself. That is the goal which Vivekananda has placed before all of us in the modern period. Everything is here. The highest reality is here. Why go here and there? That's the language. That is sheer ignorance. So this is how the Upanishads gave us a profound message of the greatness of man. Man is greater than gods, greater than angels. In Islam also, there is a story when God created man, he asked all the angels to go and salute him. One angel did not salute. God cursed him. He became the devil. He became the evil force because he didn't salute man. There's also a story in the Islamic tradition. So the man's greatness is emphasized thereby. The very fact God incarnates as man also raises man to a higher pedestal. What a divine personality, a Ramakrishna, a Jesus, a Buddha. What a divine personality. But they are like human beings like us. And yet, something wonderful. So, from now onwards, this stress will be how to make life in this world pure, holy, and oriented towards the divine. Happy interhuman relationship. That is the purpose of the Gita. Intense practicality of religion. Interhuman relationship, happy, because see the spark of the divine everywhere. Love alone can come from the heart then. If all people can love each other, and if high character comes, then the world becomes a heaven. What else is heaven? This is that heaven. The other is only a mere pleasure garden, more and more of pleasure, that's all. There's no development there. In fact, you don't acquire new karma in heaven. Only whatever karma you have done, whatever punyam you have done, that all you can have. You can't accumulate punyam there. Punyam is only accumulated here. So this is called karma bhumi. That's called bhoga bhumi. It is like our early period of independence when we did not have much of foreign exchange. And so when you go foreign countries on a trip, you may get $500.